What's up, YouTube? My name is Zach, and I'm here to pilot off the first episode of Crew 42, a YouTube channel that is dedicated to disc golf courses here in West Michigan. You've probably seen some other videos out there of professionals playing some amazing courses across the world, and I think that the courses here in West Michigan have a lot to offer as well. I wanted to make a channel here that would kind of offer insight on what the course looks like, how it could be played, and also some fun videos of me and some friends and other amateurs in the area playing those courses. Feel free to look at the videos to gain insight before a tournament, or just if you're looking for a course to play casually, get some insight on whether or not it's at your skill level. I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. So for this pilot video, we are starting off at the Phoenix Private Course, a small 4-hole course used by the Disc Golf Club to kind of practice varying difficulties or approaches or situations. We have some movable baskets as well as some that are in place, so we can change it up in how we approach them or where we start to change whatever we need to be practicing for, which is really nice. Here in hole 1, you start in the parking lot and you're throwing to this first basket surrounded by the walking path, and we play the walking path as a peninsula hole in this case, so all of this leading up to it is out of bounds. Have to get into the green in order to make sure that you are safe on your first throw. Forehand is usually what some of my players will go for first, thinking it's a safer play, but I like to go backhand. It's just what I know. It's what I'm better at. Threw a VIP harp there, and it's a little weak coming out of my hand and not as low as I wanted it, but it landed in a great spot for an easy birdie on hole 1. And I promise that I'm not editing these videos. I'm not taking 1,000 attempts to get my birdie and then showing the video. These are all what I did first. Just being honest with you guys. And so hole 2, 180, 200 feet with the hill. The walking path here we play as a river traditionally. We start on the right side of the path and throw into the left. A lot of players like to throw forehand, trying to keep on the left side of it, but it leaves you a death putt going back across the path. If you feel like making it a little more difficult, we'll play the whole right side is out of bounds. So if you take this line like I'm about to, which is a hyzer line with my Rock X3 180, if you don't get in bounds, you just re-tee. So just a good tester for that as well. Thought I was going to get enough hyzer to get just over the path, but instead it hit a little soft, landed just inside the edge. So I was playing it as a river today, so I had to take my relief. Trying to recover my circle par. Just talking to myself right there, like, don't mess this up, I'm on camera. And I luckily sneak it just underneath the top of the basket for that par. Moving into hole 3 now, 230, 250 feet. We play this tree on the left and right as a double mando, where you have to keep them in between the tree and you have to keep it lower than the tree on the right there. If we want to change the difficulty, we can also make it a mando right if we're practicing hyzer. But the path here, the walking path, you have to be either to the left or past it in order to be safe. Like in hole 1, everything short of it and to the right is out of bounds. And here coming up, the basket sits right on top of this little hill, so going to the right of it, your disc can really get away from you. But as soon as I started recording, my basket got a little silly, I guess, and flipped itself upside down, so had to change that before I took this throw. Using a Mako 3 here, Champion, a 172 weight, I think this one is. Really understable. Usually you throw it on a line and it'll stay there for forever. So that flipped up, going right towards the basket. It luckily gave me a bit of a cut roll back up the hill a touch, otherwise I would have been farther to the right than I wanted. But it gave me a shot at this, so. And whew, if that last hole, if I was a little at the top of the basket, this one for sure was even closer. That was scary throwing that one. Hole 4. 350, 370 feet, triple mando. So these 3 trees we see on the right coming up, these are all mando left. So you can't go over the parking lot and you can't go, try to cut the corner there. You have to go around all 3 of these trees. The sidewalk, because we start on one side of the sidewalk and end on another sidewalk, on the other side of it, then we play this as a river for sure. There's no big bulk of out of bounds. Otherwise, people that don't have the arm can't throw into this zone or throw past it every time. So good practice to set up shooting with a shot first right past those 3 trees and then give you a second forehand shot or backhand shot, depending on how daring you are to get to the basket here. And when we have the regular in the ground cages in. You actually throw over the hole 2 cage in order to get to this. So it's not really meant to have a lot of people here, multiple groups playing at the same time. Here I have my Leopard 3 Champion 180, really unstable. Had a nice line on it, had a good pace to it, and it skipped and it looked like it hit the path, and usually if it hits the path it stays on the path, but I got really lucky I think with the dead grass along the edge that left me just into the edge of the grass. So now I have a pretty simple, pretty straightforward approach shot now. And it came out weak from my hand. It had, that was all me. Left it much shorter than what I wanted, but it still gave me a putt trying to save that par. And unlike the other ones, I ended that one just above the cage rather than at the top of the basket, but still was able to put it in. Ended up 2 under for the course after all 4 holes. But that is the Phoenix course. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos.